This video is sponsored by Skillshare. We'll discuss them more in detail later in the video. Alright, let's get right into it. 12 traits of people who are really good with money. And hi, if you're new to the channel, my name is Tay from Financial Tortoise, where we learn to grow our wealth slow and steady. The number one trait of people who are really good with money: they're not afraid of math. Whether we like it or not, a good chunk of the money game is a math game. You get the bill at the restaurant, you have to calculate 20% to come up with an appropriate tip. You open up your 401k account, and you have to try to decipher what 8% return means. You're buying a home, your bank says you're qualified for a 7% 30-year mortgage rate. We also have the option to go with the 6% 15-year mortgage. You have to calculate which one is the better option. In which scenario will you pay less in interest? People who are really good with money are not afraid to bust out the calculator, a spreadsheet, or an online analyzer to run the numbers. They know that understanding the numbers will empower them to ask better questions and make more informed decisions. Therefore, whether you barely passed geometry in middle school, leave that in the past. If you want to get really good with money, don't be afraid of math. It's the language of money. Number two trait of people who are really good with money: they have a growth mindset. Carol Dweck, a professor of psychology at Stanford University, coined the term growth and fixed mindset over 30 years ago after studying thousands of children and their attitudes about failure. Growth and fixed mindset refer to the underlying beliefs individuals have about intelligence and learning. If you believe that your qualities are unchangeable, the fixed mindset, you'll spend all your energy validating your current limiting state rather than learning from your mistakes. I suck at math. I'm so bad with money. I'll never understand investing. However, if you have a growth mindset, you believe you can get better with enough practice and effort. I can get good at math. I'll be good with money. It may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, but with work, I'll eventually get there. The passion for stretching yourself and sticking to it, even or especially when it's not going well, is a hallmark of the growth mindset. This is the mindset that allows people to thrive during some of the most challenging times in their lives. Number three trait of people who are really good with money: they love learning new things. This is taking the earlier point of growth mindset to the next level. Let's be honest. Money can be a quite boring topic. We all want more money, but learning how Roth IRA backdoor conversion works, tax loss harvesting, and the nuanced difference between the CRSP US Total Market Index and Dow Jones US Total Market Index can at times be so tedious, enough to pull your hair out. Well, not mine, because I take really good care of my hair, but maybe you do. Regardless, people who are really good with money push through the grind and choose to learn. And with time, they come to love learning new things, especially things about money, because they see the direct benefit of expanding their money knowledge. Increased income, bigger savings account, and appreciating investments. For me, taxes were one of those things I dreaded thinking about. Whenever my accountant would tell me about a deduction I should be aware of, or a new credit that I should keep my eye out for, my eyes would just gloss over. However, once I realized how learning about taxes could save me thousands, if not tens of thousands, I come to love learning about taxes. Student loan interest deduction, self-employed healthcare premiums. They might sound boring now, but once you see how understanding them could save you thousands of dollars, you might come to love them as well. Before we move on, I want to take a moment to thank today's video sponsor, Skillshare. If you've been around the internet for a while, there's a good chance you've heard of them. Skillshare is an online learning community that has literally thousands of online classes to help you upgrade your life. As a lifelong learner, I'm always on the lookout for new ways to help me upgrade my skills and thus my life. And Skillshare has been an awesome resource. Some of my favorite classes are on productivity, personal development, and YouTube video production. When I first started my journey on YouTube, I had absolutely no idea how to film and edit videos. Actually, to be honest, I never even owned a real camera before I started this channel. It was overwhelming just to think about all the activities that went into creating a YouTube video that you're watching right now. But the very comprehensive classes specifically geared for new YouTubers in Skillshare really helped me to overcome my analysis paralysis. Skillshare has tons of classes focused on YouTube, taught by very successful YouTubers like Ali Abdaal, Marky Brownlee, and many more. These classes not only helped me to gain confidence that I could do it, but provided me with very detailed technical skills to overcome many of my pain points: scripting, camera setup, sound, and basic video editing. But even if you aren't interested in YouTube, there are tons of other classes that are useful. If you're looking for ways to generally just level up your career, Skillshare has tons of career-focused classes to help you do just that. Classes on marketing, freelancing, design, web development, entrepreneurship, and many more, all taught by world-class instructors. So if you want to upgrade your skills and thus your life, consider checking out Skillshare. And if you join through my special link in the description below, you can try out Skillshare for 1 month free. That's right, I said free. And one more thing. The first 500 people to use my link will get access to one of Skillshare's best offers: 30 days free and 40% off your first year of Skillshare membership. Literally, there's no reason not to try it out. Alright, with that said, let's get back to the video. Number four trait of people who are really good with money: they're not afraid to talk about money. Let's face it, most people have a really hard time talking about money. Surveys have found that 30% of couples, both married and not married, had no idea how much the other person made. Only 17% of parents with an income of $100,000 had told their kids how much money they made or what their net worth was. The bottom line is that most people are actually more comfortable talking about marital issues, race, and politics than money. However, like most things in life, when we don't talk about things, the issues don't just disappear. Most often, they get worse. Marital issues that don't get discussed lead to a divorce. Mental health issues without examination lead to depression. And money concerns that we don't bring to the surface for discussion most often lead to more financial stress and more money problems. So people who are really good with money have learned to become comfortable talking about money, their income, their expenses, their financial aspirations. They understand that not discussing it will not lead to anywhere good. So regardless of where they might have started with being comfortable or uncomfortable discussing money, they eventually learn to talk about money in a healthy way. But this doesn't mean we can and should talk about money to anybody and anywhere. That's not being wise. Which leads to the next trait. Number 5 trait of people who are really good with money. They have an accountability partner. A partner they can openly and regularly discuss money with. We all understand that keeping up a habit is much easier and effective when we have a partner to share it with. This is why we have workout buddies, hiking partners, and rock climbing friends. Someone who can not only support us, but share the journey with. Money journey is hard enough already, and people who really go with money understand that they can make progress easier by having a good accountability partner. This ensures we're not only accountable to ourselves, but to someone else who is checking in on us. For me, this is my wife. We discuss money topics pretty much every day. How much is in our checking account? What are some big purchases coming up? What are our financial goals this year, and are we on track? We keep each other accountable, and this motivates us to keep going in our financial journey. Number 6 trait of people who are really good with money. They're action-oriented. The desire to get really good with money is great. However, without action, they're just wishful thinking. I'm sure we know of many individuals who desire and wish to get better with money, but they're still in the same place they started 10 or 20 years ago. Why? Because they didn't take action. So this is what you need to do to get what you want. You need to invest your time wisely in making sure you get the knowledge you need. And then, act. I've met a lot of very successful and wealthy individuals in my life. And what's so interesting about many of these individuals is that the characteristics that we think make someone successful aren't what we think they are. I used to think it was because they had brilliant minds, amazing looks, or incredible ability to speak to people. Yes, some of them do have those traits, but surprisingly, many of them don't. The common trait among very successful people is actually their orientation towards action. When they had an idea, they didn't just stand on the sidelines. They acted. Thus, they learned quickly and were able to make far further progress than someone that would be stuck in analysis paralysis. As soon as they learned about the benefit of index investing, they opened up an account the next day. As soon as they learned how toxic high interest debt was, they started paying it off as soon as possible. And as soon as they saw how learning about money could multiply their wealth, they binge watched all of Financial Tortoise's YouTube videos. People who really go with money have mastered the art of action. Just like the famous Nike ad. Just do it. The number 7 trait of people who really go with money. They follow their money. They're aware of their finances. How much money is coming in, how much is going out, which investment accounts they own, and how much debt they owe. They might not be keeping track of everything down to the penny, but they have a good understanding of where their money is and what it is doing. For me, one of the easiest ways to do this is by using an account aggregator like Mint.com or Empower. Once you've connected your checking, credit card, and investment accounts, you can see in one place all your latest transactions as well as your net worth. People who really go with money don't like to be blindsided. Thus, they proactively work to keep an eye on their money at all times. Number 8 trait of people who really go with money. They take calculated risks. The wealth building journey is naturally a risk-taking endeavor. You not only have to invest in yourself to build a strong career capital for good income, but you have to invest your money, whether in the market or other investments, in order to grow. And these activities all come with their respective risks. When you invest in yourself, you might be taking on student loans to acquire a competitive degree. Or if you're going back to school, you're pausing your current career in order to pivot. All risky moves. But people who are really good with money understand the risk and reward that comes with such moves. Though taking student loans may not be the best move most times, a smart calculating person would only take it on in pursuit of a competitive degree with the highest potential return in income. And when investing in the market, people really good with money will do their best to mitigate unnecessary risks of investing, while at the same time taking enough risk to grow their money, reducing costs, diversifying as much as possible, and in investments that are tax efficient. I'll give you an easy hint here. Broad market index funds are one of my favorite investments that give me the best chance of growing my money while minimizing unnecessary risks. Number 9 trait of people who really go with money. They can detach themselves from material things. Things in themselves are not bad. There's nothing wrong with owning a nice car, a beautiful home, and wearing well-designed clothes. They're all expressions of someone's creativity, and it's good to appreciate them. The issue is when we start to obsess and prioritize these material things above our financial well-being. We accumulate and accumulate because we fall in love with nice things above financial security. And this obsessive accumulation doesn't lead to anywhere good, specifically for our financial health. People who are really good with money may also like material things, but they know how to detach their sense of self-worth from them. Their worth is not tied to the types and numbers of items they own, such as an expensive car, a large house, and designer clothes. Thus, in the long run, are able to focus on the metrics that really matter: financial well-being, financial security, and financial independence, which all enable them to enjoy the material things from a place of comfort instead of from a place of insecurity and financial risk. Number 10 trait of people who are really good with money. They know how to manage their emotions really well. They know the difference between wants and needs, and don't allow themselves to justify wants as needs just because they want it and they want it now. These days, we're constantly bombarded by millions of ads for millions of products, literally 24 hours a day. I'm sure as you were watching this video, you were bombarded with ads asking you to buy this and that. And once we see them, it's really hard to filter out these ads from our minds. After watching Apple Watch ads, I dreamt of a new Apple Watch last night. And I don't even wear a watch. When we see ads long enough and often enough, we start to want whatever item that is being sold, and we have no idea why. But people who are really good with money have mastered the art of discerning the difference between wants and needs, thus essentially master their emotions. Yes, we all need transportation, but a new car is a want. We all need to eat, but do we really need to eat out at that new fancy restaurant? This is one of those habits that need constant sharpening, but a crucial one if we want to wisely navigate the modern dangerous world of constant marketing. Number 11 trait of people who are really good with money. They regularly write and review their financial goals. Not many people know this, but Arnold Schwarzenegger, the 7-time winner of Mr. Olympia, a movie star, and the former governor of California, actually became a millionaire through real estate before his 30s. He was investing his earnings from bodybuilding into purchasing real estate in LA in the 70s. And a key habit that enabled him to do all of this was that he wrote his goals down on a 3x5 index card and planned out his future. Here are some of Arnold's first goals when he moved from Austria to USA. Earn enough money to save $5,000. Get 12 more college credits. Work out 5 hours a day and gain 7 pounds of solid muscle weight. Find an apartment building to buy and move into. Brian Tracy, the author of No Excuses, says in his book that only 3% of adults have written goals and plans. And this 3% earns more than all the other 97% combined. It could be your 3x5 car, the Notes app on your phone, or my favorite, a big whiteboard. But if you want to get really good with money, don't be shy in writing down your money goals. Number 12 trait of people who are really good with money. They embrace automation. They automate as much of their financial life as possible. They understand that they're usually the biggest roadblock to their own financial success. So in order to reduce the big roadblock, they embrace the mantra of set it and forget it. When it comes to savings, people who are good with money automate their saving and investing so they don't even have to think about it. Every month, a set amount is withdrawn into their 401k account, transferred to their savings account, and deposited into their brokerage investment account. When it comes to bill pay, the same concept. They never go into their bank account at the due date to pay their bill. Everything is set to autopay, so they never miss a deadline and all their bills are paid full and on time. Do not save what is left after spending. Instead, spend what is left after saving. Thank you guys for watching. In the line of automation, if you'd like to automate your finances more, please check out my video here. Until next time, all the best.